Right now, Iran is in the middle of something much bigger than just a protest. For the past 14 days, millions of people have been on the streets, and for the past 3 days, the country has been pushed into digital silence. No signal, no internet, no reliable communication. This is not just a coincidence. This is how a nation is cut off from itself and from the world. But what started this? 2 weeks ago, protests began across Iran. They didn't start with politics, they started with livelihood, rising prices, economic pressure, a population struggling to survive. It's also worth mentioning that by some measures, Iran places in the global top 5 for natural resources. But what began as an economic protest quickly turned into something else, a nationwide uprising, a demand for fundamental change. Today, many Iranians describe what's happening with just one word: revolution. And as the movement grew, the response from the government changed. Not dialogue, not reform, but shutdown. Complete shutdown. 3 days ago, Iran entered a full-scale digital blackout. Mobile networks collapsed, internet access was cut, even domestic Iranian websites became unreachable. This isn't just about social media. ATMs stopped working, post-payment systems failed, people couldn't access their own bank services. In many areas, cash became useless. Daily life froze. When communication dies, everything else follows. One of the most dangerous consequences: emergency services. People report being unable to call ambulances. Hospitals struggle to coordinate. Injured protesters and civilians are left without help. This is no longer just political repression. This is a humanitarian crisis. When a government cuts communications during unrest, it's not about order, it's about isolation. Inside Iran, 90 million people are trapped in uncertainty. But outside Iran, millions more are suffering. Iranians living abroad across Europe, North America, and beyond have no way to reach their families. They don't know if their loved ones are alive, arrested, injured, or worse. Social media is filled with one sentence, repeated again and again: I can't reach my family. This is what collective hostage taking looks like in the digital age. You may have heard that Elon Musk enabled Starlink for Iran, and it's true. Starlink access was made available, but access does not equal usability. The Iranian government has reportedly deployed signal jamming and electronic interference, known as jamming or parasitic signals. These signals disrupt satellite communication, and they come with serious risks. Long-term exposure to strong electromagnetic interference can be harmful, especially in dense urban areas. Beyond health concerns, jamming makes satellite internet unstable or unusable. So even when technology exists, control fights back. Digital blackouts don't just silence voices. They create chaos, economic paralysis, medical emergencies without response, misinformation spreading through rumors, increased fear and violence, no accountability, no documentation. When cameras go dark, abuse thrives, and when there is no record, there is no justice. Today, Iran is not quiet because people are calm. It's quiet because their voices are being taken. A movement that began with bread and survival has reached a breaking point. 14 days of uprising, 3 days of digital darkness, 90 million people inside the country, millions more watching from outside, powerlessly. This is not just an internet shutdown, it's a test of control, of resilience, and of whether the world pays attention when the lights go out. But what happens after the internet comes back? When the internet comes back, many people expect relief. They expect connection, clarity, and normal life returning. But history shows something very different. The moment a digital blackout ends is often when the real damage becomes visible. The delayed reality. During a blackout, information is frozen. Events happen, but they are not processed. Deaths are not counted. Arrests are not documented. Economic losses are not calculated. Reality pauses, but consequences don't. When the internet reconnects, everything arrives at once: videos, names, numbers, evidence, and often what appears is far worse than what anyone expected. From a financial perspective, digital blackouts are extremely costly. Entire sectors stop functioning. Banks lose transaction records. Small businesses miss days of income they can never recover. Supply chains break. For an already fragile economy, even a few days of disruption can cause long-term damage. Inflation accelerates, the national currency weakens, trust in the financial system erodes, and once trust is gone, it doesn't return easily. After reconnection, markets react, often violently. Prices jump, capital flees, uncertainty spikes. The blackout doesn't end the crisis, it multiplies it. There is also something more technical and more dangerous. During blackouts, administrative and financial systems operate partially or offline. This creates data gaps, missing transactions, unverified records, conflicting numbers. Later, when systems reconnect, governments and institutions face a problem. They don't know what really happened. This opens the door to corruption, to manipulation, to rewriting reality through paperwork. What cannot be verified can be altered. The damage isn't only economic, there is also a psychological aftershock. When people reconnect, they see what they missed: videos of violence, names of the dead, messages that never arrived. This delayed exposure often causes more anger, not less, because instead of processing events gradually, people absorb trauma all at once. Shock turns into rage, confusion turns into mistrust, and mistrust is extremely destabilizing. This is the paradox that regimes often underestimate. Blackouts are meant to restore control, but when connection returns, they can expose loss of control instead. The scale of damage becomes visible, the cost becomes undeniable, the lies become harder to maintain. Economically weakened, psychologically exhausted, politically exposed, a system may survive the blackout itself, but collapse under what follows. Because once people see the full picture, there is no going back to before. When the internet comes back, Iran may not return to normal. It may wake up to something far worse, not because the blackout caused the crisis, but because it revealed it.